Hello, welcome back to Food and Whatever. Today we are going to be making a requested dish, Arroz con Gandules, or it's English to call it rice with pigeon peas. All I have is Goya's Gandules, green pigeon peas, sazon, tomato sauce, salt, oil, and the sofrito that was made in a previous show. I also have salted cured pork, but for those who cannot eat pork for religious reasons or dietary reasons, you don't have to use pork. You can use whatever other meat that you like to use, maybe salted dry turkey necks or turkey, or nothing at all if you are a vegan or vegetarian. So right now what I have is my pot. Going ahead and heat it up, and we are going to add a tablespoon of oil. I'm going to make that actually 2. And you're going to go ahead and start putting in your pork. Or if not pork, you can, again, for those in dietary needs or religious needs, you can go ahead and skip this whole part. Okay, so that's cooking right now. You can let it a little bit crispy. If you do not have that, and you have bacon, you can add bacon. You can add Vienna sausages. Traditionally, it is very traditional to put olives in the plate. I'm not an olive person at all. It's very, very rare that I do eat olives. I don't like the flavor of the olive or the texture, so I'm not even going to mess with the olive. Right now I'm going to go ahead and put in 3 to 4 tablespoons of tomato sauce, and pepper you are going to splatter a packet of sazon, soya, and mix it in. And I'm going to add 2 teaspoon tablespoons of the sofrito that you made earlier in the sauce. Let that mix in. Let it cook, so it can, this is your base for the rice, and it's also going to give it a color. I'm also going to add, and it's salt to taste, but I'm going to go ahead and put in a teaspoon of salt. Remember, the sofrito that I made earlier already has salt. You always want this to be a little bit more saltier, because when you do add water, that water will dilute the flavor. And traditionally, the base that we have here, I don't know if other Puerto Ricans did it, but when I was a kid, my mom would put it on the side and I would dip it with bread or crackers, and it is amazing. Go ahead and add your can, including the water that's in for the gandules. You also want to make sure that it's going to be flavorful enough. Get a spoon and taste it. It's going to taste great. And this is going to be a 2-to-1 ratio of rice. So I'm going to add 2 cups of rice with 2 cups of rice with 4 cups of water. And I have it at medium-high. So I'm going to add another 2 cups of water. Actually, I'm not. That was my mistake. It's a 2-to-1 ratio. I got 2 cups of rice in here. I'm going to add 2 cups of water. You also don't want to add a lot of water, because then your rice is going to become too clumpy. And it's going to be more like sticky rice than anything. You're going to go ahead and let this cook until it dries up a little bit. When you start seeing the grain of rice, but a tiny bit of liquid, then you're going to go ahead and stir from the top to the bottom, and we're going to go ahead and cover it. All right, so this is what I was telling you about. You see how it's really, really moist, but not completely dry, and it's almost dry? Well, you want to go ahead and go from the bottom to the very, very top. That way, for the grains from the top to go to the bottom and continues to cook. You're going to bring down the temperature from medium high to medium low. It depends on the stove, too. I have some stoves that I've had to go medium up to medium. And it also depends on what kind of material your pot is made. But with this stove and this pot, I'm going to go from medium high to medium low, and I'm going to go ahead and cover it. Every 10 minutes or 15 minutes, again, depending on the pot, you're going to go do the same thing. You're going to go from the top, from the bottom, all the way to the top until all those grains are loose and fully cooked. Alright, so the rice has been cooked and it's fully cooked. I've been stirring it every 10 to 15 minutes, again, depending on your pot. And as you can see, it is completely done. The grains are loose, the gandules are cooked in, and the pork, and it's done. And I keep saying, if you, for religious reasons or dietary reasons, do not eat meat or pork, it's not necessary. So let's go ahead, as usual, go ahead and grab some and taste it. My boyfriend is telling me he's hungry, so I need to carry on. All right. Just going to show a little bit. You see how the grains are all separated and nice and yummy? You got a piece of pork for me there, and it's full of gandules. Let's go ahead and taste it. The grains are really nice and soft and really cooked through. But that's how you make arroz con gandules. So I hope those people who requested this, I hope that you make some and let me know how it went. Hit me up on Facebook at Cristina Villafañe or on YouTube at CristinaVillafañe@youtube.com, and watch my episodes and hit me up with any more comments. And soon, other requests of potato soup and homemade pancakes will be coming up to you soon.